Welcome to this workshop, Spending Time in Retirement, Preparing Beyond the Finances. I am Janelle Cross. You may already be familiar with the stages of financial wellness. If this is not familiar, check out our Money Milestones course, which explores these stages in detail. This is a Stage 3 financial freedom course. So what do you think of when you think of retirement? What will your typical day as a retiree look like? We spend a lot of time planning for life events, from summer vacations to birthday parties. We think about retirement, especially during tough days at work, but are we really planning for the experience of it? Many folks hesitate when it comes time to retire. I hear them say it's about the money or health insurance. But my experience has been it's usually about something less obvious. It's the stuff you can't quite put your finger on. It's things like, what will it feel like to not be needed at work anymore? What will I do with myself all day? Am I going to miss the people and the routine of going to work? In reality, it can be hard to retire. It's hard to walk away from something you've known for a long time and something you've gotten good at. And it's hard to walk into something you've never done before. Sometimes folks plan to retire, but when it comes right down to it, they put it off and just keep working. I found the number one reason they delay or don't enjoy retirement is because they didn't spend enough time planning how to spend time when they aren't punching the clock anymore. Every day is Saturday. You've probably heard someone say this about retirement. My dad said it every day for a year after he retired. The idea of shutting off the alarm clock for good and always having another day off sounds pretty appealing. But in time, this enthusiasm can wear off, and if you don't plan for that, you might just find yourself wishing you'd never stopped working. One of the best things you can do in this last lap of your working career is to plan your time. Is there a hobby you haven't had time for? Maybe there are classes you'd like to take. Perhaps you want to spend more time with friends, or maybe help provide childcare for grandchildren. Maybe you want to travel more, or spend time volunteering. Taking time now to prepare for the days when you have more time can help smooth the transition into retirement. Look for groups, organizations, classes, and schedules so you can dive right in when your working days are behind you. Hobbies, volunteering, traveling, even part-time work can keep you busy in retirement. But it's also important to think about how housing choices foster connection. Let's consider 3 simple questions. Who will change a light bulb for you? How will you get an ice cream cone? And who will you meet for dinner? What do these questions have to do with retirement planning? Well, actually, a lot more than you might think. They uncover important factors that determine your future quality of life. When it comes to retirement planning, we spend most of our time accumulating assets and making sure we'll have enough money to fund our lifestyle. And while the fear of outliving wealth is not unreasonable, there's an even greater risk of losing your independence as your health declines, being unable to do the little things that bring you joy, and experiencing the loss of friendships and social connections. Let's start with our light bulb question. Think of a friend or family member in their 80s. Even if they're in good shape, doesn't it still make you nervous to think of them climbing a ladder to change a light bulb? The question isn't just about the simple and mundane task of changing a light bulb. It's a question about long-term housing maintenance. Do you have a plan for maintaining your home? And does that plan include the cost of paying for services when you need help? Do you know trusted people who will be able to provide those services? Now imagine it's a hot August night, perfect for grabbing an ice cream cone. Quality of life means being able to experience those simple pleasures when you want. But being able to have that ice cream cone on your terms means having transportation to go where you want, when you want. What if driving is no longer safe? Have you planned for alternatives that will enable you to continue experiencing these moments of joy? Maybe it would be better to find a community that organizes these simple pleasure activities for you. And finally, who will you meet for dinner? Dinner is more than a meal, it's an occasion. And having folks to meet for dinner means you have a healthy social network. Getting together with others in person and on a regular basis reinforces a healthy and active lifestyle. Today, more than 40% of women over the age of 65 live alone. So that home in the mountains that seems so alluring as you entered retirement just might lead to social isolation and declining mental health as you get older, especially if you lose your spouse. Don't underestimate the impact of staying connected on your quality of life. I know it's not fun to think of leaving your home, but most folks who move to a retirement community wish they'd done it sooner. These communities are set up to help you maintain connection. They have services that help you get back and forth to important appointments, and they handle many of the burdens of maintaining your living environment. These things might give you more peace of mind and more time to do things you really want to do in your golden years. The last piece of advice I offer is to practice retirement. Preparing for retirement can be like a real-life Jekyll and Hyde movie. One minute you're planning a cross-country road trip, and the next you're figuring out who will get your stuff when you die. It is simultaneously thrilling and nerve-wracking. But planning ahead and getting help from experts can take the edge off. You'll have more confidence as you prepare for this exciting life transition. Hobbies, community, friends, volunteering, and giving back. These things can be integral parts of making sure you're prepared to love being retired at least as much as you've prepared to pay for it. If you have questions, or if you don't even know where to start, just reach out. The Align team looks forward to connecting with you.